Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Chakwadash. Forgive me the spirit to be listening on today. Lord willing to feed you lemon sheets of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi. I want to give the honor to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, who taught us this 100% truth according to the spirits to be Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect that they're pushing this word through the four corner of the earth in sincerity. And peace and blessing to you hopeful believers out there, which are also part of the elect. I say shalom. And once again, I want to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, Chakwadash. Forgive me the spirit to do listen on today. Lord willing to feed you lemon sheets of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi. And we got a video to the parents for the Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi. And I want to go into this quote. Because I seen somebody posted on Instagram, right? You know, brother had posted it on Instagram. And I just wanted to go into the quote and how, I just want to pull out, a couple scriptures, that had came to mind when I read this quote, because it says, you were given this life because you were strong enough to live it, because it made me think about Isaiah 45, how Isaiah 45 speaks about the Lord declared the end from the beginning. So by that being said, if the Lord declared the end from the beginning, that means that there's no such thing as free will. So that means that everybody has been given a certain lot they're going to be in, through every reincarnation. Like it says, the spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. That's the same thing with all the other spirits. If you was supposed to be the biggest, if you were supposed to be a nigga, the 2/3 spirits are subject to the spirits of the 2/3. The believer spirits are subject to the believer spirits, and so on and so forth. So the Lord gave us all a certain lot. And the ones that are tuning in, listening to the parents for the Yahweh, Bahashim, you was given a lot to receive this knowledge. Hopefully our lot be to be of that number, to be of the elect. But it says, I'm reading against this, you was given this lot, so it wasn't choice. We didn't choose to serve Yahweh, Bahashim. The Lord put his spirit upon us, and he like it said, thou hast not chosen me, but I have chosen thee, And like he said to Jeremiah, actually, let me get it real quick. Let me go to Jeremiah. Because that's what he said, the same thing to Jeremiah. Where is it at? All right, Jeremiah 1:4. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. So the Lord already knew us before he formed us in the belly. You know what I'm saying? He already set up what we was going to do before he put us in our mama's womb. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. Exactly. The Lord sanctified certain men and women, being his elect. Because, of course, the Israelites as a whole, they're a sanctified nation from the other heathens. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they're a sanctified nation from the heathens, but within it, you have a sanctified being the elect. So that I sanctify thee, and I have ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing right now, if you're serving Yahweh, the Lord ordained that. And just hopefully that he ordained for you to continue to serve him and endure to the end. Because scripture say many are called, but few are chosen. So going back, right, you were given this life because you are strong enough to live it. That's the mindset we have to have. You know what I'm saying? That's the mindset that we have to have. And actually, I want to get this other scripture. That's the mindset we have to have, right? Because you got to understand that everybody was given a lot. Everybody was given a lot. And you want to maximize that lot. And what you understanding, that lot you was given, the Lord gave you that lot for a specific reason. Because he gave you a certain amount of the spirit. And he requires that you perform at the highest ability of that faith that he given you. You know what I'm saying? It's like the parable about the talents. He requires you to double that. Gave one 5, he turned to the 10. Gave one 10. He gave one 10, turned to the 20. He gave one 5, turned to the 10. He gave one 1, and he was supposed to turn it to 2. You know what I'm saying? But that was an example of the servants that had got the spirit put upon them, and it was a lot to multiply the Lord's. You know what I'm saying? They increased, to multiply it, and to pretty much due to the portion that was given unto them. And the one was an example of the person that didn't do to the portion that was given unto him, which resulted in the Lord killing that individual. So I want to read this. Is Romans chapter 12, And we're going to start at 2. It says, my bad, 3. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man is among you, not to think himself more highly than he ought to think. Exactly. We all been given grace from Yahawashi. Right now, in the grace period, we've been given grace. And that what is a display of the Lord putting grace upon us is sending that Rakak back down. The Harakak. Starting with Abba Bivens. You know what I'm saying? And unselected other individuals, the Lord puts a spirit upon them. You know what I'm saying? To keep serving, keep pushing. You know? And that's through grace. You know? But it says, but to think soberly, according as Yahawashi has dealt to every man the measure of faith. Every man has their measure of faith. Now, we're going to do a parable, but I want to get the word measure of faith, because think about a measure of faith was everybody has their strength level or their levels. Everybody has level because there's a hierarchy. Everybody has their level. So when you go into measure, right, scroll down here, right, this is measure, and it's in a Strong's G 3358, and it says Metron, right? Metron. Now, if you open it, right, it says right here, when you go into the definition, it says literally or figuratively by implication, a limited portion, degree, measure. So everybody been given a portion of faith. And it says they measure an instrument for measuring, but it's not talking about that. A vessel receiving and determining the quantity of things, whether dry or liquid, or a graduated step for measuring. It said determine the extent, portion measured off, measure or limit. So the Lord gave everybody a certain limit or certain portion of the spirit, right? So everybody got a certain level, right? So think about it like this. You go to the gym. You have a guy that could bench 350. You got a guy that could bench 315. You got a guy that could bench 300. You got a guy that could bench 290. So look at that as faith levels. So if a dude has the faith level of 350, you know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord is going to require out of him. He's going to require him to put forth all your strength. 350. He don't want no half-ass. No, he want that 350. He want the max that you could hit. Right? And going back to the quote. My bad. Going back to the quote. You were given this life, so you was given a certain measure of the spirit from Yahawashi, because you are strong enough to live it, because the Lord gave you that portion because he know that you could deal with that. You can handle that. He gave you that lot because you could handle that lot. Not everybody had the same lot. Not everybody could have had a lot of Moses or Aaron. You know what I'm saying? Even the lot of Yahawashi. Not everybody could have had those lots. The Lord gave certain lots to specific people, specific individuals. Now, right here. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10. Snap Salaki. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13. That's the point. It says, there hath no temptation taken you, but it's such as is common to man. So the Lord's not going to have things happen to you that are out of the extraordinary. You know what I'm saying? Like Scripture says, say not that a strange thing have been done unto me. The Lord have done anything he do unto us, he done did it to anybody else. It says, but Yahawashi is faithful. You know what I'm saying? He's a power. He's a man of his word, king of his word. You know, the Lord is bound by his word. He said, will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. So the Lord won't break you, but he will surely bend you. The Lord gonna want you to bench 350. If your faith level is at 350, he gonna want you to bench 350. If your faith level at 299, he gonna want you to bench 299. Nothing less, nothing more. That's him not suffering you to be tempted above the ye able. Because he want the max. But he don't want you to go overboard. Scripture said be not overly righteous. But it says, but will with the temptation also make way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. And when I read this scripture, people think about whatever the Lord puts on your plate, you could bear it. You could bear it. Through faith in Yahawashi, you could bear it. You know what I'm saying? You could bear it. And like the brother Anna and Jim out here in Jim in Dallas, he said, like, man, the faith that the Lord give you, like you're going to be able to do crazy things, man. So the Lord going to put you through like some tests that you think you're not going to be able to pass. But you got to remember these scriptures, man. And going back to the quote, you were given this life because you are strong enough to live it. You know what I'm saying? High calling. You know, the elect, they are high born. Their spirits are not fashioned like them 2/3 spirits. These spirits are fashioned different. Henceforth, why they serving Yahawashi Yahawashi. So yeah, Lord will this is edifying to the prosperity of Yahawashi Yahawashi. I just wanted to go into his quote because it made me think about those scriptures. Remember, whatever the Lord bring upon your plate, have faith in Yahawashi Yahawashi that you could get through it. The Lord put all that food on your plate, and you're going to eat all that through the prosperity of Yahawashi Yahawashi. Having faith upon him, you're going to be able to eat it. Not of your own strength, but faith upon him, and you'll be able to get through it. Like the scripture say, you have a faith that literally is mustard, you'll say unto this mountain, move. So you had that faith, you know what I'm saying? If you had that faith, and it's, of course, the Lord's going to increase it through time, which is going to be allow you, and eventually you'll be at the point to telling that mountain move. And what mountain we telling move in the spirit is Esau, Mount Seir. But yeah, Lord, what is edifying through the prosperity of Yahawashi Yahawashi, feed you lemon sheets of Yahawashi Yahawashi. I want to give the honor to the apostles and it is a great millstone. And see, y'all give my walk to y'all say shalom, man.